Hi everyone, it's Tawney. In today's video, we are talking about products I am not buying, am not interested in, could care less about, and want to share my opinion on. So if you guys aren't familiar with an anti-haul, they were familiarized or they were brought popular by Kimberly Clark here on YouTube. I've heard she's not very active lately, but she was still the one that like pioneered an anti-haul. So yeah, so we're gonna get right into it. I keep saying that, but I was going to film a nonsense makeup bingo, whatever it's called, video, but I have too many opinions about some of these things that I just can't deal with that. I just have to talk about them because there's a lot of makeup here. I want to make sure I get to most of it because I have very strong opinions about a lot of these and I want you guys to know them. So now, after I've wasted 2 minutes telling you we're going to get into it, we're finally going to talk about makeup. So the first product we're going to talk about is from Dominique Cosmetics, and these are the Silk Tone Cream Blushes. It looks like there's 3 shades. I'm very intrigued by these to the point that I want to try the light peach one. I honestly want to try like all of them, but because they are $22, which isn't too bad, I think I might just try one, and then if I like it or don't like it, then I know whether or not to keep buying more. I think this is really cool, especially for summer. Like, it's the perfect time for this, so I might be picking this one up. So at least we're starting off the video kind of strong with something I might be buying. So the next product is the One Size Beauty Brow Kiki Nourishing Tinted Brow Gel and Brow Kiki Micro Brow Defining Pencil. I hate the name Brow Kiki. I think it's stupid, but maybe it's something that Patrick Starr says all the time. I don't really know. To me, it's just like dumb, but that's just my opinion. I really like his promo picture and how really nice his eyebrow looks. I have to say, like, the first time I saw his picture, I was like, his brows look amazing. Like, this is a great way to, like, encourage people to buy your product. Like, your brows look great. I don't think I'm going to be picking these up just because I, like, have brow products I know that work for me. And I also don't really like some of the things Patrick Starr as a person has done in the past. He was partying without a mask on. He was, like, showing a disregard for people around him. And it just, to me, is, like, not setting off good vibes. So I'm not going to be buying this, but I think it's still, like, a decent product. So maybe you'd be interested in picking it up, but for me, I'm not going to get it. The next thing that's coming out is the Becca, new Shimmering Skin Perfector in High Angel. I am kind of annoyed by this. So I get that Becca wants to come out with a new highlighter. I get it. No big problem. But they're closing their brand in September. So, like, this is their last launch. So they're going to put out a product that you could potentially fall in love with, use up by September, and then never be able to get again. How does that make sense? And I also kind of feel like they're, like, piggybacking, like, they're taking advantage of the fact that it's Pride Month, and they're being one of the many brands that are coming out with something for Pride, even though it's not particularly, like, it's not a rainbow thing. It says it's an iridescent, one-of-a-kind highlighter, but to me, it just, like, it says they've partnered with the Trevor product and they're donating $50,000. I don't understand any of this. I'm not going to be buying this. Maybe you're interested in it, but to me, it's a no for me. Next product is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the Norvina Volume 5. I can't believe we're up to Volume 5 already. Like, holy crap, Norvina. Like, what are you doing? Like, and it's what, been 2 years maybe since she started the whole, like, Norvina palette trend thing? I have to say, I really like the way this palette looks so much that I'm, like, talking myself out of buying it because it's $60 and that's a bit much, but it's a huge palette. So I feel like it'd be worth it for your money, but to me, I don't want to buy it, but there's a part of me that really wants to buy it. So I'm hoping I can hold myself back, but I kind of want to get it. Yeah. So the next product is from Patrick Ta Beauty, and it's the first eyeshadow palette. It's the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, and there's also going to be precision gel liners. When I first saw this eyeshadow palette, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Like, so proud of Patrick Ta for coming out with an eyeshadow palette. Anybody else, and I would be like, wow, browns, neutrals, we love this, that's great, like, move on, like, let's go to the next thing. I don't know what it is about Patrick Ta that, like, all of his makeup releases to me seem so innovative, and they're not anything different than we've already seen for the most part. Like, none of his stuff is like that out of the box, out of the ordinary. So I'm not quite sure where my thoughts are coming from with this, but there's a part of me that wants to buy this, but I know I already have these shades, so I'm probably not going to get it, but I still think it's really cool. So if you're interested in his brand, I would say to check it out and see if you like the formula, see if it would like be a formula you'd be interested in seeing continue into various other palettes, or if you just don't like it and want to try some other brand. We have our first ColourPop thing to talk about. There's going to be 2 in this video, so at least we're down to 2. I've had a video where there was like 4, and it was insane. Like, ColourPop needed to chill at that time. These are 3 new eyeshadow palettes. 3. Thought there were 2. The Lust for Dusk, the High Tide, and the Fine Feathered. Try and say all 3 of those, all in that order, 5 times fast. I'm not interested in any of these palettes. Upon seeing this picture, I feel like all the shades are very muted and bland. Now, I don't know if that's how they would show up in person, in real life, swatched or on the eyes or whatever, but to me, they look boring. So I'm not going to buy any of these. I don't need the green palette, the teal palette, because that's not my thing. Don't need the pink palette because I already have a different pink palette that works for me and I like the shades in it. And the big one just looks kind of like, it's just, I don't need it. So I'm not going to buy it. The next thing I have to talk about is from MAC, and it's their Botanic Panic Summer 2021 collection. It features the Artistry palette, a highlighter, a blusher, and then 5 lipsticks, I believe there are. Yeah, 5. I don't know if it's because this eyeshadow palette has a yellow in it, or if the eyeshadow palette, like the fact that it's yellow packaging, is enticing me, but it makes me really want to get this. There's something about this palette in the picture that like really makes me want to buy this. And I don't know how good the MAC formula is. I've heard terrible things about MAC lately just because of like the things they've been putting out. This actually seems kind of interesting. I really like the highlighter, but I'm worried that it might be like an overspray and then not actually be a good highlighter. So I probably won't get that. They might have a different highlighter in their formula that's like a permanent highlighter they have that does actually perform well, because I've heard good things about the brand's products, just not their limited edition or holiday or collection type products. So I don't know if like this would suck and something else would do better. But to me, this palette, like I really feel like I need it, but I have all these shades in other palettes, so I don't need it. But like that yellow, the packaging even, is like making me really think I do need it. Okay, so something I'm not going to be picking up is the new lip balm set from Kylie Skin. It features 5 lip balms. I'm not picking this up, but I feel like this is a cute collection. I feel like they brought it out at the right time because of Pride. I think it's really cute. If it's something you're interested in, sure, go pick it up. I don't really like Kylie, so I don't think I'm going to be getting it. But I feel like it'd be really cool, and it's like the good time of year to have a lip balm to like protect your lips and stuff. And the scents seem really cute, so that's something to think about. Like, maybe it's your thing. Okay, here's the first thing that I like have a super strong opinion on. It's from KVD Beauty. Are we surprised? Kindness, vegan, death. I don't know what their KVD stands for. They've changed it like 3 times already. How are we supposed to keep up with this at this point? Like, I don't know. So this is their Planet Fanatic palette. Between them and MAC, I'm like really struggling to pronounce these names. And ColourPop, I'm really struggling today. Like, I was not having a problem pronouncing anything until just now. So this eyeshadow palette, tell me it does not look like it should come from Wet n Wild. Tell me. Somebody tell me they're not getting Wet n Wild vibes from this. I'm teetering on getting Maybelline vibes because of the like size of the pack of the squares, rectangles for the eyeshadows, because it kind of reminds me of the Burgundy palette, the Burgundy Bar palette, like the way it's shaped. But this, like, because the packaging looks so cheap, the stars kind of make it even cheaper, honestly. It screams Wet n Wild. And that, like, like, way to make your brand stand out. Way to make your brand look expensive when you're putting out products that belong at Walmart. I just, no. It's a no for me. Even if the shades were decent, you, like, ruined it with the packaging. Next product, liquid bronzers from Made by Mitchell. The brand, I think that's the brand, Made by Mitchell. It's like, ugh. Oh, that like gives me the like shivers just trying to even say that. There are 8 shades. They're $16. Well, it's 16 UK dollars, so it's like 18, $19 US, I think. I've heard good things about these from someone who is darker skinned, but I'm not going to be picking this up because I don't like this brand as a whole. I thought I had bad negative thoughts about it, but now that I think about it, I think it's just I'm not interested in the brand. But whenever I first saw this, I like immediately got like, ew, like I don't want to support this brand kind of vibes. So whether or not Mitchell has done anything bad, I just don't think I'll be picking this up because to me it's just not my thing. But maybe you're interested in it. I think the darker shades could be pretty promising for somebody who's like of a darker skin tone, but that's for you guys to decide because obviously I'm on the fair side, but I'm not going to be buying those. There's another brand called Spectrum Cosmetics, Spectrum Collections. I've never heard from them. This is the Core Cosmetics collection. It includes a pinch pot, which are blushes, a mascara, a mist, and a primer. Yeah. The packaging is quite interesting on these blushes. It was kind of giving me Rare Beauty vibes, but I don't really think it's like that similar. It just to the roundedness kind of reminds me of it. I feel like this is a really cute, like posh brand kind of a vibe. Like that's what I'm getting from it. So maybe it's interesting. I'm just not into the cream blush phase quite as much as I thought. Now, I do say I'm going to get the Dominique Cosmetics one just because, like, I feel like their formula would be decent. Not saying this one wouldn't be, but maybe in this packaging, that's why. I'm just like, I don't know. I should just be glad I even like any of the cream blushes that I've, like, seen because most of the time I'm just like, it's a no, like an immediate no. But maybe this is for somebody, but it's just not for me. Another thing I'm not getting is the Morphe brushes collection with Makeup by Ariel. There's a 12-piece eye and face brush set for $98 and an eyes 8-piece brush set for $48. The brushes look really nice. I'm not a big fan of Morphe's brushes, even though I have some eye brushes here. No, that's not it. I have the highlighter brush and this brush, and you can see on this brush, it's like doing one of those. I've had it a while, so I can't really complain too much, but like it flakes a lot, and I notice that I'll have like brush strands like all over my cheeks. So I'm not the biggest fan of Morphe. I do feel like people buy them even though they don't like the brand because of how affordable it is, which is kind of a shame that like we have to suffer with something not so great because it's what we can afford. But the brush collection does look nice. I won't be buying it because I'm trying to like not buy from Morphe. But if this is something you're interested in, this could be like, you know, something for you. Something I've already bought, and I am eager, very excited for it to come in the mail, is the You're Golden palette from ColourPop. I had to like look at what the name was. It looks really pretty. Every picture I've seen of this palette is like stunning. The shimmers in here look amazing. I'm like so excited for this to show up. Now I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, I bought this because the blue shimmers looked pretty. And I don't use blue shimmers, but for this palette, I'll try and make it work because honestly, like, it's so pretty. I already have the Stone Cold Fox that's sitting right in front of me. Stone Cold Fox and the one from Kathleen, the So Jaded palette. And the formula is fairly good. I really like ColourPop's formula for eyeshadow palettes. I feel like it's a, like, you can't go wrong with it kind of formula. So I know that like any palette I'm going to get from them is going to perform well. It just depends on the colors and my ability, honestly. But I'm very excited for this palette to come out. The next thing is the Urban Decay and Prince collection. I wasn't going to talk about this because it's a little old and I feel like it's been talked about a lot. But I do want to say these palettes could have been done worse. Like, they didn't do the worst job. I really think the purple one looks kind of interesting. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more boom in your face because of Prince, the type of person he was, but I don't think it's the worst thing. So if you're interested and if you're a fan, it wouldn't be the worst thing to buy. The palettes are $55 each, which is kind of expensive, and then the whole collection, the vault, is $250, but Trend Mood said it was sold out, so that's kind of yikes. But if you're a fan, I would say get it. You could use it, and you know, even if it's not the greatest formula or it doesn't perform the greatest, it might be decent enough that you could make it work with another palette that works better. I don't know if that's your thing. There is a new, I think it's a new brand or just new products from Valentino Beauty, Valentino Cosmetics. It's all very posh. I almost feel too poor to buy this. But these don't look too bad price-wise. The clutch is $235, but I think it's a clutch bag, I hope. Smaller than an iPhone and can house a powder or a bronzer and a mini lipstick. I'm not going to buy any of these because they're not at all interesting to me in the slightest, and I don't really like the aesthetic of this brand. But maybe if you like posh things, then this could be for you. The next thing I want to talk about is from P. Louise. I immediately knew who the brand was when I saw the big palette you're going to see up here. I think this is a good idea if you're interested in the aesthetic and in these colors, because I feel like the yellows would perform really well. To me, it's just a little too bulky. I've heard that it is a very bulky kind of palette. The little mini ones look very interesting, especially the purple one. Purple eyeshadows are so hard to make, but man, do they get me every time. I could buy a palette that sucks and just think that purple is the cutest thing, and then use it and be like, well, it sucks, but I can't get rid of it because I love the look of that purple. Like, you know, the Lilac You a Lot palette from ColourPop, my favorite one from them. So, like, I don't know, this could be your thing. So, Tarte is coming out with the new and improved Amazonian Clay Full Coverage 16-Hour Foundation. It doesn't look like they have new shades. It says 46 shades. I guess it's just a new formula. I am not interested in this at all. Like, I feel like Tarte is just grasping at straws at this point. Like, they're just running out of ideas and things to do and talk about. So much so that it, like, they're starting to lose a relevancy in what they used to have, you know? Maybe you're interested in this, but I am not picking this up at all. Okay. There's new beauty news out. Hashtag beauty news from Trend Mood. Harry Styles is doing a perfume. It says he's filed a trademark for his own perfume and cosmetics line. I'm a little bit leery about the cosmetics line. Not that he couldn't come out with something good or like have somebody make something that would be decent. I wouldn't mind the perfume because I feel like that would be definitely in his wheelhouse. It's just the cosmetics I'm a little bit like, we'll see it when it comes out kind of thing. I could totally see a perfume and like picking it up. I feel like that would be for men, so like maybe not. But like, I don't know. I'm excited to see where that goes and see what happens with it. The next thing is it's from Morphe, and it's their Pride 2021 collaboration with the Trevor Project. I've heard they are donating 100% of the proceeds from this collection to the Trevor Project, which I think is awesome that they're donating everything and not just like half of it, 10%, whatever. So they have the 25L Volume 2 Live with Love Artistry palette for $20, which has 25 shades, which isn't bad. There is a brush set for $26 with 7 eye brushes, which isn't bad, and then a mirror for $12, which again isn't that bad. I feel like this is a really good idea. Morphe's formula is very hit or miss, not the greatest, but could be worse. But I think this would definitely be something to pick up because they're not getting paid for it. Trevor Project is, so that's kind of great. Like, you can support Morphe without actually supporting them, you know? Next thing I want to talk about is from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. It's the Bad and Rougy collection. When I first saw these pictures, I was like, what is going on with Jaclyn Hill? This whole, like, photo shoot thing is, like, throwing me, like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be another person that, like, attacks Jaclyn Hill, but oh my gosh, like, it's a good laugh. If you, like, the pictures are just, like, really, like, you know, I guess that's what she was going for. I don't know. I'm not going to be buying any of this. The blush palette's a good idea, but I don't like any of those shades of blushes, so I'm not going to be picking it up. Powder blushes, that's what they are. Could be a good idea if you're interested in that. I'm not going to be picking up anything from this because, again, I don't support Jaclyn Hill. Next, I want to talk about the Il Makiage and Carly Bible collection. It's so funny because when she was taking the promo shots, she was pregnant and she has since had her baby, which is like the cutest thing. Like, now she has something really nice to look back on. It's like she was super dolled up taking these pictures for her collaboration and she was pregnant. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's so cute. I'm not a big fan of the way these palettes are assembled, the face palettes. It's just kind of a little off to me, but I feel like it could be decent to try. Like, it just because it looks weird doesn't mean it performs weird. The lipsticks are honestly like very enticing because I love a good nude lipstick. And I really wanted to get from her first collection with Il Makiage, but I never did. So maybe I'll pick up something from this one. The palettes are $54 each. And you get what, four things in this? Oh, it's a little pricey. Might not be getting something from this collection just because of the price, but you know, maybe it's your thing and maybe you do want to support Carly, so I definitely say like go for it. But I might be passing on that just because of the price. The next thing, oh man, I lied to you guys. I'm so sorry. I lied. Okay, we have one more ColourPop thing, and I swear this is the last one. I really hope that I can keep true to my word, say this is the last one. This is the So Very Lovely collection. The more pictures I see of this palette, the more I want it for the shimmers, but the more I keep telling myself, you don't need this palette for the shimmers. You have plenty of shimmers that work just as well as those will. Even if they're not the same shade, you don't need the palette. But I feel like I want it. But I don't need it. And I'm not really interested in it, but I don't need it. So this is what I'm trying to talk myself out of, because I really don't want to get it. The next one is from Kiko Milano. I don't talk about them much on my channel, but I feel like I know a lot about like the products they come out with for some reason, just because like they're talked about a lot. Their prices are fairly decent. It's like between the $20-$25 range, which is insanely good. I think I might be picking stuff up because from this picture, this stuff looks really enticing. I don't know, there's something about this that like is drawing me in. Maybe it's the blue packaging. I don't know. I might be getting it. I don't know. Next one is from Glisten Cosmetics and is their Pride Liner. 6 colors, 50 grams of product, all UV shades, €26 something each, limited edition. This is really cool for anyone who can do eyeliner a smidge better than me. But for me, this is a train wreck. This is a travesty. Like, I'm steering away from this because I know I would do this wrong. But if you're into eyeliner and you want good colors, jump on this because I feel like this is a great opportunity to go from this. And I also feel like there's another brand, it could be the same brand, that's coming out with individual colored eyeliners that are also in the same kind of a packaging. I'm not quite sure who it is, but that'd definitely be something to check out if you're a makeup artist or you want to experiment with eyeliners in this kind of a formula where you would use more of a brush than the actual like pen kind of application. So I would definitely say try it out. Send me your looks because I cannot do them and I just love looking at looks that look like amazing. The next thing is from Huda Beauty and it's their Glow-ish collection, which I think might be a brand. I don't know if it's like an expansion or a brand with Huda or something. I've been very intrigued since I first saw the first thing, but like this picture of these products is really getting me. Like I'm really thinking I need to get this. There's a Glow-ish Multi-Dew Vegan Skin Tint Foundation. I probably won't get because it's not my thing. But they have the Glow-ish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder that's like really reeling me in. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like the swirl is like sucking me right in. That I almost feel like I'm going to get it to try it because I just feel like it's so like, oh my gosh, like I need this. I need this. I want this. I have to have it. Okay, the next thing is from Lunar Beauty, and they are revamping their Life's a Drag eyeshadow palette, which is really cool, really good idea. I know a lot of people said I didn't do the greatest compared to like the rest of Lunar Beauty's eyeshadow palettes, so this is kind of interesting. It's going to be called the Facelift palette it's the Life's a Drag Facelift. I think this is a really good idea. The more I look at this eyeshadow palette, the more I'm like, you don't need this, but it's pretty. And I'm not a big fan of Manny. I'm not really into, like, the brand aesthetic's really cool, but I've just never really been, like, intrigued by it. But, man, this palette, like, if you want it, if you think you'd use these colors, if you want to support Manny, get it now, because I feel like this will be a big seller. Makeup Revolution has another collaboration with Soph. You might remember her. She used to be Soph Does Nails. Now she's just Sophie. I think she's Sophie, not Sophia. I don't actually know what her name is. And there's an eyeshadow palette, a mini eyeshadow palette, Face Duo Cookies and Cream, Face Duo Sugar Frosting, Face Duo Honey Glaze. I love those names. It's so cute. And then 2 lip kits. I think the lip kits are kind of interesting. The one shade's a little bit too red for me, so I'm not going to be getting that. The face palettes look really interesting. For like, if you can make those shades work, they look really interesting. I was thinking of picking up the palette, but I already have a palette. I believe I still have it. Or maybe, no, I think I decluttered it. Oh, I'm sorry, Soph. I had one, and it wasn't bad. I don't really like Makeup Revolution's formula, but that one wasn't terrible. I might pick this one up, but I don't know for sure. But I'm really happy for her, and I really hope this goes well for her because, like, she's, like, really nice. Like, never talked to her in person, like, by no means. But, like, she just seems really nice. And, like, I love watching her YouTube videos. Florence by Mills, so the Millie Bobby Brown makeup line, has a new collection. It's the Ubu. UBU. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's an eyeshadow palette, $25, and then some eyeliners for $14, which is a little pricey. The eyeshadow palette looks kind of cool and interesting. I think these shades are a little bit chaotic, so it kind of makes me not want to get it just because I wouldn't know what to do with it. But maybe it could entice somebody, but for me, it's like not my thing, so I'm not going to get it. But that is the final product I talk about. I spent 30 minutes telling you about things I may or may not be buying. Let me know if there's anything you want to pick up that's been out recently or you've heard about. Or if there's anything I've forgotten to mention that you want to know my opinion on, I can put that in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe to my channel, and ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!